This is truly a working session in the fact that Jennifer and I have gotten some new equipment. We've gotten our studio started. We're going to figure out how to show it where we can have our little tea time when we have tea talk.
Yeah.
We have gotten some new equipment. I think I said that 4 or 5 times, and we're figuring out how to use it, because when you look at the YouTube video, all you got to do is click, 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 and it's a perfect video.
Right.
But that is not true.
No.
And I don't know if that's because we are not of this generation, or if we are of a generation where we were told we wouldn't be able to walk around with a calculator in our pockets. And guess what? We have a mini computer.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Because my teacher used to say, well, you have to learn the multiplication because you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket.
Wrong.
Little did she know.
Yes.
So what else are we're getting
So
ready?
we got some new merch.
Yes. I
Let us know what you think.
love this.
And it has our socials on the back. So
We're I started trying to make stickers. I don't have the right
paper or
no, I bought all kind of different sticker paper. It's the platform or the application I'm using.
Oh.
I think that we may end up having to get the Adobe.
No. Oh, okay.
Eventually.
Yeah.
For our videos and
Yeah.
our stuff. But that's another thing. We right now are using what we have already. What did we officially do? So we are officially, as of this afternoon, it has been approved as of 4 p.m. in South Carolina.
We are officially 2QB Travel LLC.
So
we're taking the steps to really get this going, and
it's a business. It's a lifestyle. I see everybody else doing it, and I want us to be able to do the same thing with our own twist.
yes,
So we are
and have fun while we're doing it.
Yes. Oh, so let's talk about ourselves and how.
Sure. Okay.
Because I was thinking this week, I'm doing a small group, and they were talking about fear, and of course in a religious aspect. And I'm a lot older than the women that are in my group with me. There's maybe 2 of us that have grown kids, and we're talking about fear. And I was just thinking how much my life has changed because I'm on this side of fear. It's because there was a time, and I was a grown adult. I was 30 years old before I ever took my first airplane flight. And I know that we have technology, but there was a time where you had to call up and make a flight and all that. And so I never thought I could afford it. I never, where was I going to fly? I didn't know how to do any of that. And so, little pieces of my life, I started doing things and not being afraid. And now I find myself in my very early 50s thinking if I had just started 20 years ago, how far I would be. Of course, that wasn't my path apparently, but I just want to, communicate that being scared and living in fear and anxiety, and it just prevents you from experiencing the world.
Living your dreams.
Yep, living the dreams. And now we can't even hardly keep up with the trips we've been on. Yeah. I probably couldn't give you a list of everywhere I've been right now. We've been doing so much traveling and going places. And
it's been wonderful. The first time you asked me in 2023 about going to Europe, it sounded like a great idea. It was like a dream, we
were at
to
dinner.
Believe that it was,
I remember your face.
To realize it was within reach, because I always dreamed of going to London ever since I was a kid. I grew up in a blue-collar household. My dad was a really hard worker. My mom worked too, and but we never went on vacation. We never had the money to go on vacation.
Did you ever get on a plane and just go?
Never got on a plane till I was in my 30s.
Yep. I remember your face when I said that. You were telling me, I want to go to London, and I was like, I want to go to Paris. And I think we both clicked and were like, I know that you did the research, and you were like, they have a trip to London and Paris. But I was like, Jennifer, we could do it, and told you about my Italy trip.
Yeah.
And now that we're planning to go back, I realized how much I missed out the first time. Even though I went, I was still fearful. I wasn't brave enough to go outside any of the lines. But I remember we were having BFF dinner, and your guys were like a little light bulb went off.
It was a dream come true. I never thought I could afford to. after my divorce and being a single parent and living paycheck to paycheck and just trying to do everything you can to get by and provide for your child.
Yeah.
It was tough. Never did I ever think I could even go to the beach for a week, you know.
Yeah.
So
B Avenue.
yeah, B Avenue.
Or Third Avenue.
Third Avenue.
Third
yes,
Avenue.
Third Avenue.
Absolutely. I look at our life now, and it wasn't that long ago.
No, 10 years?
10 or 12, somewhere in there, no more than that.
Yeah.
And our entire world has changed.
We have been blessed.
We have worked hard. I am not discounting the fact we have both worked extremely hard, working, like physically going to work, doing a job, you know, showing up,
Right.
doing the hard stuff with the budget, making sure we provided for our children before ourselves, you know, driving cars that you were borrowed from friends because you didn't have a
Right.
car. So it's not like we just woke up and decide, oh, we're going to live a fantastic life. We have worked to get to where we are.
I always thought it would be more expensive too. Like I always said, oh, Europe, that's going to be like $15,000 to even go for a week.
I think that was 10,000 was what I was like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. And our first trip wasn't even 3,000.
No, like
And
with
that's
souvenirs.
That's with I think we spent about $1,000 just shopping.
Food, everything.
The trip was less than 2,000. The airfare I think we got for like $500 or $600.
Yep.
And then our spending, I think we figured it between $6,000 and $1,000.
Yeah, probably.
I gotta keep coughing. Apologize.
But yeah, I agree. I never would have thought we'd be gone to the UK again. I mean, Ireland, Scotland, England twice. We've been to France. We're going to France again on this Mediterranean cruise.
And
I haven't
Spain.
been to Italy and Spain. You've been to Italy. This will be your second time going. I mean, just being able to go one time was like, oh man,
I know.
I'm so excited. But actually putting it into motion to go multiple times, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because when you get to be our age, you start realizing, not to be morbid, but
Oh yeah.
you've got more behind you than you do ahead of you in years. And why do you want to wait till you're 75 or 80 to travel, and you might not be able to get around as good,
Exactly.
tire out more easily? I want to do it now.
I agree.
So
But you're right. We never realized we'd be able to do it until we started actually researching it and looking up prices and putting in perspective of, you know, the trips we do are normally tours or cruises where it's an all-inclusive kind of thing.
right.
I feel comfortable with that. I know that there are so many videos and people out there that do it, will go on a cruise and get to a port and do their own excursions. I'm just, for right now, I don't, that $25, $30 savings is not worth the fret of what if we don't make it back.
Yeah, because we did experience that last
the whole
time.
ship was waiting on us.
The whole ship, and not just us. It was a whole group of us that went swimming with the pigs, and the provider was through the cruise, so they waited on us. If we hadn't have chosen an excursion through the cruise,
Oh, I can't imagine.
I
And
don't
I was
know.
in so much pain when we got back. I was just like, I was trying to get to, I mean, it was probably another mile once we got,
Oh yeah,
at least a mile.
more. I would think.
Once we got docked and had to get to the ship, everything's closed down. There are people literally standing like, we're waiting on you, they're waiting on us. And thankfully, and I hate to say this, but there was somebody behind me in a wheelchair. So I knew as long as I could outpace them, people wouldn't be cussing my name. I'm hoping, and that's the pain in being mobile. That's why I want to not get it all done now, but I want to travel as much as I can now while I know I'm mobile. Now, that's not to say, I think about it now and I'm like, you know, like you said, I have less ahead of me than I do behind me. And will I stop traveling because I'm not as mobile? Probably not. I'll probably just do different types of adventures, or not do the strenuous excursions, do the, I don't know, mild.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of ours is mild for Italy, but the other one's all
Yeah,
they're all
everything
so
else is strenuous.
which is why we have the videos that we're walking to Italy. That's got to be able to walk 5 miles over uneven surfaces. I can walk a mile on flat surfaces barely. So I got a lot of walking to do. And what do we have, 170 days before that? I gotta count down.
170 days sounds like a lot, but really not. Considering we planned this over a year ago,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, right out of the year.
Yeah.
So we have 7 before our next vacation, and then we have 148 before our BFF cruise to Italy. Now, that is not to say that we are not going to have something between then and our BFF adventure, but we're working on another way of getting a cheaper or affordable on vacations. And then, not to forget Budapest, B2B, Budapest to Berlin. That's in 344 days.
Gonna be an amazing trip.
Like, we are
Can't
living.
wait to see.
You could have told me this 5 years ago, and I would have been like, "There's no way I would be living like this," and we are.
You know, one thing, Vicki, I think is having the mindset, believing that it's possible,
Right.
setting the goal of, I want to do that, I want to see that before I'm not on this earth anymore, and actually doing it. All you have to do is take one step in front of the other, and before you know it, you're there, you're doing it. It's unbelievable. I remember when we went on our first trip, I think I even said to you, this doesn't feel real. Like, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah. When we went and had proper tea at the Tower of London. And we've had real proper tea since, so that was not a good experience, but we thought it was the best.
Yeah, at Tower Bridge.
Yeah, Tower Bridge, that's right.
Standing there, I remember when we just got to the hotel and we were sitting there on the bench and there's Tower Bridge, and I know, me too. It's
that was so great.
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this, you know. I have a flag outside of my house that I ordered because in America we are celebrating our 250th anniversary.
Yay.
We are babies. we are babies compared to Europe.
Yeah. But you don't know that until you go over there.
No, you don't. It doesn't really hit you until
Right.
you see it, and it's like, oh, this is from Roman times, or this church is 800 years old.
We stood in a castle in Ireland. We stood in a castle that was thousands of years old.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
We are a baby, and the American attitude is we're the biggest, we're the best, we're the greatest. But in reality, we are surly teenagers at best. We have a lot more landscape, a lot more real estate, but we don't have the culture, the history, the architecture. I mean, the stuff that we experience.
We're a melting pot for